Hi, it's Doug Coy for SoWhatDoYouThink.com. Here's my question today. Do you really think that Ron Paul could win the presidential election?
I think if enough young people vote.
No chance at all. Never.
I think that he will have a good showing in the polls, but I think some of his ideas are a little bit out there, and overall I just don't think that he'll have that chance.
Way too late. Way too late. The U.S. Treasury is already depleted. There's no chance at all. He can't change anything. He wants to go back to the gold standards. Never going to happen. He can't change the Federal Reserve. He can't do anything with the Homeland Security.
Well, he had a great showing in Iowa and in New Hampshire. Matter of fact, he's been surprising a lot of people. So why the popularity of Ron Paul? Well, let me share a few things from my observation. One, I think he is honest. You know, and when it comes to politicians, that's sometimes a hard thing to find. And he comes off as a really honest, straightforward guy, a straight shooter. And I think that resonates with a lot of people. They like that. Remember Jesse Ventura, the pro wrestler? There was no way. People said, no way at all is he going to win the governorship of Minnesota. Well, he did. And the reason? They saw him as a straight shooter. He came across, he said what he thought, he had some good ideas, and he put them forth, and it resonated with people. They said, hey, this guy tells the truth. He was also a Navy SEAL, kind of a tough guy, and that's what they felt they needed. Somebody who was kind of the anti-establishment politician. To a certain extent, I think that is Ron Paul.
As a person, he's too smart for the American public.
He's not a crowd follower, you know. He is principled, and there again, you don't find that in politics very much. He has a lot of wisdom, and he has character to go along with it. I mean, it's one thing to have wisdom; it's another thing to have character. And he's 76 years old, and sometimes people that have lived on this planet, hopefully for a long time, have learned something. And I think Ron Paul has learned some things.
But as a person, he's too smart for the American public.
And finally, I think Ron Paul represents the average American better than anybody that you see in the political arena right now. Sometimes when you look at the politicians that are running, you kind of see what I call the elitist. You know, these are people that have these huge organizations behind them, a tremendous amount of money, and they just, you know, to be honest with you, they don't really resonate with the average American. Ron Paul seems to have that ability to connect with the average American.
And I agree. I think his ideas do make a lot of sense.
They kind of feel like he's one of us, you know. So, Ron Paul, what do you really think? Do you think that he has what it takes to be the next president of the United States?
The only thing I like about him, he's a smart guy. He appeals to a lot of different people. He appeals to people that are too smart that usually don't vote. Not enough of them.
Doug Coy. So, what do you think?
There's some great ideas, and I totally agree with a lot of his ideas. But like I said, at the end of the day, I think that the average American will go the safe way.
So, what do you think?